All right, welcome to my 280 Articulating Cube project. Now, Professor Tubner, you might be wondering, why the hat? Many people wondering why the hat. It is my mad hat, because this project drove me into madness. So thank you for that, Professor Tubner. Okay, so this is my cube. It's 6 by 6 by 6. It's held together by a series of screws and then rubber bands. And they're at the top, and then they're back holding it all closed, and then at the bottom as well. These two rods, although they're protruding, will be used in a second. So our first step is we're going to unclip all these rubber bands. So all of this was held together with the tension of just the rubber bands, and so now it's all going to pop open. And all of this was just folded. And so now we just unfold everything. And then in here we have some parts that we're going to need to reconfigure. So we take off these nuts on the side that help lock everything in place. And then we'll pull the wings off for now and set them aside. So that's wing one. We'll use the second wing. And then here we have I guess, where the pilot of the TIE fighter would fly, if you want to come in and get a closer look at this. So up front is where the pilot would sit, and we pull this out and it telescopes. So it just makes that a little bit larger and kind of gives it the form, the same form that it has in the Star Wars movies. And then in the back, it has kind of like this pointed trapezoid shape that is I guess, where it's propelled from. And so that is created also with a series of folds, and this fold locks into place right here on this little tab. And so that tab clips in there. And then from there, to make that trapezoid shape or that pyramid shape, all of these flip out. And then they're on the bottom as well, and they all flip out. And then these also have screws, and so they are held together with a rubber band, which locks everything into place. Okay, and just like that, we have the back compartment of the spacecraft or TIE fighter. And then this has just a small pin where it slides out, and now we have also added a little length to the back. Let's pull that back out again. So this is just held together with tension. So from there, now that we have our body completely done, we're going to go ahead and reassemble our wings. So the wings, like I said, are done with just a series of folds, and then in order to keep them straight, they have a series of sliding dowels that keep everything in place. So this does take a minute or two just because everything was so precise and small with these measurements. And so if you could just give me a few minutes to put these together. And this locks in all the wings so they're not floppy, because they're all just folded cardboard. And then these up here actually were made to be a little bit longer for the purpose of kind of looking like those antennae at the, I guess at the top of the ship. Okay, so that's wing 1. This dowel seems to have slipped out, so we'll just slip that back in. Okay, and there you have wing 1. You can see now it's a lot more sturdy. It's a lot more stable and can now actually kind of be seen as a wing. So put that over here, build wing 2. Maybe add some music to this part of the video, some freelance music. Who knows? All I know is I'm gonna take a giant nap after this, which isn't even a nap, it's more just like sleep. I'm sure you could see from the video, but these are just straws that were repurposed, and then I guess like barbecue skewers. Okay, so that took a little bit of time, but that's done. And so now I'm going to take these 2 little side arms that keep the rod intact, and there's an open slot for them, and they just slide all the way into the body. And now our final step is to just put the wings back on. So we'll put that in there. Let's go ahead and tighten that before we put on the other one. There's a lot of tightening here. We're almost there. Okay, and then there's that. And so now just the tension, or how tight it is holding that wing up. So now it's starting to look a little bit more like, you know, the spaceship from Star Wars. So dropped one of the nuts over here. But anyways, just gonna slap this wing on now. All right, and there it is, Professor Tubner and 232 class or 280. I don't even know what class this is anymore. So this is the entire project. This is my articulating cube. This is what my cube turned into. It is Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter from, I guess, the latest Star Wars movie. I will have to admit, Professor, that I do not have a kinematic action, but I just ran out of time due to just, I guess, my own procrastination. Anywho, this is the final project. Thank you for your time.